Assalamualaikum. My name is Swidi Mutakin from Expos Academy. In this video, we will discuss how to remove background from an image generated by AI. As of now, that is, at the time this video was made, most AI models, especially the free ones, aren't yet capable of removing backgrounds from images. Wallahu alam, will this feature be available in free AI models next year, or perhaps even next month? In this video, I want to explain an easy way to use Affinity to remove the background from an AI-generated image. For your information, Affinity is a professional graphic design software that is free. So, the entire workflow I'll be explaining in this video from A to Z is completely free. Of course, you'll still need to download and install Affinity on your computer first to follow along with this tutorial. Before opening Affinity, the first important thing to keep in mind is to set the background color when writing your AI prompt. What we need is a solid background color that contrasts with the main object's color, so that later the selection process will be easier. For example, if we want to create an image of a red wooden toy car, don't just type create red colored wooden car toy. Instead, add an instruction for a white background. For instance, you can type create a red colored wooden car toy with a pure white background. Again, we choose white because the main object is red. Feel free to use other colors. The key is to choose one that contrasts with the main object. Let's see this in action. First, from Google's homepage, click the AI mode button, then type in the prompt that we created earlier, and click the send button. Let's wait for the results. In this example, you can see that the AI is still using a grayish color as the background. Well, this can happen when you are using a free AI model. It's not as smart as paid or pro AI models. The solution is to reinforce the instruction for a white background by retyping the prompt, make the background pure white. Let's wait. And here is the result. Alhamdulillah, the background is now pure white. This is exactly what we wanted. If you are done, you can download the image by clicking the download button. Once the image has finished downloading, open the Affinity app. Use the Open File command and select the image file we just downloaded. Next, make sure you are in Pixel Studio. To select the entire white background, you can activate the Flood Select tool or press W for the shortcut. Then, simply click on a white area. Once the selection appears, you need to pay close attention to the selection area. You don't want any parts of the object to be included in the selection. If that happens, you need to lower the tolerance value. Just hover your mouse over the field, then scroll the mouse wheel down. Let's try 10% for now. Click again on the white background area. Alhamdulillah, the selection is correct now. For the hole in the center, you can hold down the Shift key and then click on that area. This will create an additional selection without discarding the previous one. Once done, press the Delete key to remove the pixels within the selection area. Then, press Ctrl D to deselect or clear the selection. Before we continue, if you are interested in learning Affinity from the very basics until you can master creating vector logos and icons, then I have a great course for you. You can check the links in the description. Next, you might want to make the image size more compact. To do this, you can do it manually using the crop tool. You can drag the crop tool handles closer to the car object. You can do it this way, but there is a faster and automatic method. That is, by opening the document menu, then select Clip Canvas. As you can see, this command is similar to the trim command in Photoshop, which automatically crops the image by removing the transparent area. The final step you might need to take is to export this image so it can be used in other applications. Since not all applications support Affinity's .af format, it's safer to export it to a more common image file format. It's important to remember that if you want to export an image with transparency, you do not want to use the JPEG format. Why? Because JPEG doesn't support transparency. If you use JPEG, all transparent areas will turn back into solid white. To preserve transparency, you can use the PNG format. This format is your best option if you plan to further edit the image in other applications. Alternatively, you can export it in WebP format. Since WebP files are smaller, they are better suited for publishing images, such as on websites. Again, both WebP and PNG support transparency. After selecting the format that you want, click the Export button. You'll then be able to choose the target folder and specify the file name. I hope this tutorial is helpful. Don't forget to like and share the video. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum.